Transport Minister Sbu Ndebele has repeated his optimism that road fatalities for the Easter weekend will be down compared to previous years. Last year, there were 203 deaths in the country over the 4 days of Easter. Ndebele says more than 10,000 traffic personnel have been deployed nationwide to man the country's roads for the religious long weekend. He was speaking at a multidisciplinary roadblock on the M4 North in Durban. Ndebele's commended officers as well as motorists for their generally responsible behavior on the roads.
We want again to thank the officers, national, provincial and local, for doing their work with such integrity throughout. But we also want to thank the motorists that up to now the behavior is very sober, very responsible, and we hope that this is the beginning of a responsible driving public, motorists that obey the rules, that know that it's a huge responsibility to be 18 years old and have a driver's license. Keep it responsibly, just like when you vote responsibly.
President Jacob Zuma will today attend the ZCC St. Agnes church service at Muria outside Polokwane in Limpopo. Zuma will be joining thousands of pilgrims to be addressed by the church's bishop, Agnes Joseph Lekhanyana, later today. Thousands have converged at the two Zion Christian churches at Muria for their annual Easter pilgrimage. Bishop Barnabas Lekhanyana will also deliver the main sermon this afternoon at the other church. In other news, the mayor of Bela in Limpopo is calling for all taverns in town to be closed due to the number of people who are stabbed to death there. He was speaking after another death in a tavern this morning, the third in Bela since the Easter weekend began and the 8th this year. Mayor Freddie Hlongwane elaborates.
This morning, one of our teenagers has been stabbed to death in a local tavern, and this has been a trend. From January to date, it has been a number of 8 people who have been stabbed to death. And as the municipality, we are very much concerned. We will write a letter of dispute to the local police station and a liquor board to recommend for the closing of this tavern.
Further afield, opposition activists in southwestern Syria say they are surrounded and being bombarded by government forces and that dozens are already dead or injured. The activists say around 90 vehicles backed by helicopters are shelling the Al Rouj plain near the border with Turkey. Activist Mahmoud Ali spoke to the media by cell phone with the sound of firing and helicopters audible in the background. A UN and Arab League peace plan brokered by Special Envoy Kofi Annan is due to come into effect on Thursday. It's not clear if either side will respect the truce. According to UN estimates, about 9,000 people, including many civilians, have been killed in Syria since President Bashar al-Assad began a crackdown on opposition forces last year. Taking a look at the top story at 11 o'clock, international aid to developing countries has fallen for the first time in 14 years as wealthy nations adopt austerity measures following the global recession. Stay tuned to SAFM. I'll be back with more news at noon.